Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, and Call of Duty Vanguard, and Call of Duty Cold War, because they all have this exact thing in common, for one thing, and that's going to be unfair matchmaking, because not only is there SBMM, which if you guys don't know what that means, it means score-based matchmaking, meaning higher your KD, more the sweatier lobbies. But let's also not to mention there are a couple new things. One is going to be score-based hit detection, which is like when you're shooting at an enemy and it detects if you hit them or not. And yes, I've had this occur because I was using this weapon right here, guys, the EBR-14, aiming dead on 4 feet away from an enemy with a sniper scope, right? So you know it's dead on, okay? 4 shots to the chest registered as misses. 4 feet away, aiming dead on. So there's no bullet drop, okay? My connectivity is usually upwards to 300 megabytes per second. So I know I'm not lagging. So tell me how I missed that. Oh, and to make it better, guys, I don't move my aim at all. The dude does not move. And the 5th and 6th round hit. 4 rounds miss, 5 of 6 hit to kill. That's hit detection at its worst in this game. And that's without missing. Okay? Not to mention the next topic we're going to go over, which is going to be score-based killing. Okay? Have you ever hit someone with one gun and it kills them within 3 bullets, but then someone down the line eats 4 or 5? Yeah. Score-based killing. Okay? That tells you you are so good at the game has to nerf you and allow people to 2-tap you. They could use the same gun. You literally could be using the EBR-14. They use the EBR-14. You get 3 hit markers. They shoot you in the pinky toe and kill you in 2. Let's be honest, it's there. And needs to be addressed. But the biggest elephant in the room is going to be even more towards the unfair matchmaking. Have you guys joined in lobbies and be on console and you turn crossplay off, but then you notice more advanced movement and like movement that a controller player should not have? Well, you guessed it. It's true. Let me guys show you something. Okay? If you go into your settings and you go to controller here, you can change your aiming input device here to a mouse and key, hence the stick from the left to a mouse on the right. Right? If I don't have one plugged in right now, but you can switch your actual main controlling devices to be a mouse and key, and then it gets better. Okay? You guys can actually go to account and network, disable crossplay. And then from there, you can go and search matches that you're going to find controller players on while you're playing mouse and key. And to make it 2 times worse, crossplay isn't completely disabled when you disable it. You're disabling from PC only, but PS4 and Xbox can still play together. And that also means PS4 players and Xbox players that can plug and play a mouse and key and turn off the settings, you're going to run more into, because they're not prevented from doing it. See, what should happen here is when I go to controller and I turn on this input for mouse and key, if I have one plugged in, what should occur is under accounts and network, where it allows you to turn off crossplay, should gray out and not let you touch it. It should stay on and gray out. That way you can't touch it, and if you're playing mouse and key, you're forced to play in crossplay. That way it's Ilm and K versus Ilm and K, and then the controller player who chooses to take part in crossplay then, chooses to take part into it, and that's going to be Ilm and K versus controller that way. But I should not have to fill a mouse and keyboard when that's deactivated. I do have mine deactivated, but because it's also under network, meaning IP address and all that, even if it's set to hidden, still doesn't feel safe to me. Account and crossplay, well, actually, crossplay should be under something like controller, right? Or quick settings, but never under network. So this way you can actually like activate or deactivate it and show like, your stream if you're on console where you don't have OBS to hide certain things, right? Or blur certain areas of the screen, right? Yeah. I would have to make this as an actual video upload and not a live stream if I wanted to do that, because then I have to go through Share Factory. And then add a little white box or a colored box that blocks the text, right? And make sure that I block it from the beginning all the way to the end of the screen. But I digress. Let's move forward a little bit, guys. Yeah. Main broken things. And then I go on, I think it's Facebook, right? I don't use it that often, but I went on Facebook. No, Twitter. I went on Twitter. I don't use that often either, guys, but I went on Twitter. And there was a post where this dude went under a update that Activision posted and listed like 19 things that he found wrong with the game. And one of them was people need more health. Like, are you fucking crazy? They're bullets. They already cheesecake enough for me, dude. Like I'm like they're the fat kid and I'm a fucking cheesecake shooting like I'm a cheesecake gun shooting cheesecake in a fat kid's mouth. I should not have to feel even more for that. Okay? No. They're bullets. Bullets should literally end their life in less, not more. TTK does not need to be longer, meaning like more health or bullet damage is lessened. It actually should be lessened, so it's faster to kill. Okay? They're bullets. I'm not shooting foam darts. Covering that aspect. The next thing is the score-based matchmaking and all the other stuff I just listed at the beginning of this video. That needs to be addressed by Activision or removed completely. I don't like detection being wrong because, oh, I'm a good player, so let's make another player have a little bit better of a time because I threw this player in with this player who maybe is not that good, right? No. I get in the past I've dropped the 22-1. Yeah, I done that, but doesn't mean I'm cheating, and it also doesn't mean that you need to nerf me. Just means throw me in harder lobbies with better players, but don't fuck with my hit detection or my damage. I went against bots. I want to say like the game was kind of new. I played the not multiplayer, but I played the campaign beta and moved into the multiplayer and got pretty okay at the multiplayer. And shit you not, guys, I dropped literally a fucking, I think it was like a 46-1 or a 36-1. I know it's one of the two, where I dropped like multiple chopper gunners and, attack helicopters. And when I say attack helicopter, I'll show you guys the kill streak. I'm calling it attack helicopter, but it's not really called an attack helicopter, if you know what I mean. It was this right here. Chopper gunner was the one I had, and then Overwatch helo. I had both, right? So I'd earn the Overwatch helo, call it in, and then I would earn the chopper gunner and call it in alongside the Overwatch helo, and literally have the Overwatch helo shoot the ones I wasn't shooting as I was shooting the ones I was, right? So I dropped a massive KD because of this. In a couple games, right? Not all of them, but 2 games, a 22-1, and then I think it was like a 36 or 46-1. And after that, I've been actually just doing regular games, nothing crazy like those games. Occasionally I do drop 50 kills, right? 40, 50 kills, but I have like 20 or 30 deaths, right? So I'm not cheating, but I am a pretty fair, okay Call of Duty player. Don't get me wrong, I do play on controller and I do potato a lot. Okay? But it just seems like I get thrown in lobbies with really sweaty players when I'm not really trying to be. I'm just been working on gold camos, hence how I have like these two guns here that I'm still trying to level. To show you guys that 15 out of 30, and then 21 out of 28. I did go and get the camo for that, and I am using bug, but yeah, I am, however, using this to level it, maybe even grind for the gold camo, but I am just using it mainly just to get this camo, just so I can get all the hard camos unlocked. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Let's kind of do this. So you guys can see I have all of these camos. There's actually a total of 3 I don't have yet, and I'll show you guys those. Okay, so you guys can see this one, and this one I don't have. This one comes off the gun I'm using now, hence to the left there. You guys can see it in the 4th area. This one, the Basilisk, I just need to get point blank kills with it, but that's actually kind of hard to do, because if you think about it, the Basilisk's fire rate is very slow. Unless you have a modded controller that overwrites the fire rate somehow, this gun goes pa, pa, instead of ba 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 ba, like it should be as a semi-automatic. I should be able to shoot this gun as fast as I want to, and I get like modded controllers and stuff like that allow you to do it, but I always get the regular PlayStation controller, right? There's no pads or extra buttons, which means if I slap someone, I actually have the skill to do it. I don't need training wheels behind my controller to allow me to jump or crouch or lay down on the fly with the back of the controller while being able to do everything, right? If I wanted to do that, I would just move to mouse and key, and then I would go play crossplay. Right? Yeah. Bit on top of that, I also don't like to super play with the bunny hops, because realistically, that's bullshit. Let's be honest, you jump, you're giving more of yourself to someone, not less. Okay? Activision, if someone jumps and I shoot them, make me do double damage just because they jumped. Okay? Because again, they're giving me more of themselves. And realistically, like, I don't think there's bulletproof pants. Alright? Like, even if they did jump and kill me, right, and I'm shooting and I hit them in the leg, there's going to be bullet holes, broken bones all through their legs, and when they land back down, 1, they're going to be in pain because of the broken bones, 2, they're going to be falling on their ass. Not still up running and shooting. Okay? I want a little bit more realism out of that. Second hand, sliding, I should be able to cancel, right? You don't have to make the slide super fast like you did in Modern Warfare to allow people slide cancel really quick. Make sliding just as fast as it is now, just allow us to cancel it. So that way if I'm in mid-slide and I need to like press circle and start shooting someone, because maybe I'm just trying to slide up to a corner, but someone comes around that corner as I'm sliding, I should be able to break that slide and shoot. Okay? I shouldn't be stuck through the whole animation just to get shot. So, I wouldn't say like skill-based movement where like someone can slide around real quick does not need to be added into the game, because that's really not skillful at all if you think of it, because then mouse and key players have more an advantage over a controller player. So leaving that balanced and even together would be great, right? Yep, it'd be hella great. While making the movement a little simpler for everyone, allowing us just to cancel the slide to make sure we can shoot when need be, right? So that way our stuff doesn't just go down, because now it's preventing people from wanting to slide, right? The next thing is, if I'm going to be using a weapon in real life and I'm going to be diving on top of that weapon, I'm not going to tuck the weapon sideways and land on my weapon. 1, that's going to knock your breath out. 2, depending on the how sturdy your gun is, you can break your mag, your stock, your grip off the weapon. Okay? No. The gun should be out from you, pointed forwards. I should still be able to shoot while I'm diving, and my gun should be forward, not tucked and held sideways. Apart from that, most of the stuff is pretty good in the game. So I would say work on the movement a little bit, work on the animations a bit, make them more realistic. Like if you know like someone's gonna tuck a gun and they're gonna be landing on that B from any movement that you do, don't make that. Okay, realistically, you're going to be knocking your breath out. Another thing I seem to dislike is I ran into a player yesterday where on mouse and key their movement was so seamlessly fast that he can go from a prone position to sprinting behind me in the matter of a blink of an eye. Realistically, that shouldn't happen because you should be getting up, getting your footing, and then moving. That's something I would love to see worked on a bit. Drop shotting, I would love to see someone realistically hit a target, even a standing still one, in a YouTube video while also laying down with their weapon and continuously shooting. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to be recoiled almost nearly to the sky, and you're going to be missing shots because you're going to have to worry about where you're laying. Because you don't want your breath knocked out, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to accidentally shoot yourself. Please, COD, fix it. If anything, do what Rainbow Six Siege did, right? If someone's ADS and shooting and they try to drop shot, allow them to continue shooting, but move to hip fire instead of ADS shots, right? And hip fire needs to be a little bit more random and not laser beamy. Because there's a good amount of weapons now that you can literally build for hip fire and stand literally like 50 feet away and still laser beam them as if you're aiming down sight. I'm not joking. I built the Lockman that way. I built the new SMG that just got released that way. I built some ARs that way. If one can do it, they all should do it. It's called balancing. If one gun can kill in 3, they all should kill in 3. Right? Balancing. Now, I get like maybe a faster fire rate weapon that kills in 3 would kill a lot faster than an AR that kills in 3 because maybe the fire rate is a little faster, but they all should still kill in 3 or 2. Now, I get bolties being stronger because, again, you're not going to be blah, 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 blah with a boltie. You have to bolt. So I get one shots with those. And that's not always the case. Okay? Because I've gotten hit markers in core. Hold on. Literally in core. With this sniper, which is a bolty. Not just that one. That's another bug on console, by the way, developers. If I'm pressing circle from like inside a class, like when I was in the body count one here, and I press circle, I shouldn't be kicked all the way to the point where I have to go back in to create a class. It should just bring me back right here. It doesn't always do it, but there are times it does it. On top of that sniper, even this one, the new one, right here, I have the Baisley or whatever. Even that sniper, I've gotten hit markers with, and guess what? It's a bolty! Meaning I can't pop shots off really quick. So think of like near point blank moments where you bring your scope up, you have enough time to shoot right into someone's body, and then you get a hit marker, and then that time delay of having to bolt your weapon, he just uses a machine gun and sprays you down, right? That has no skill come out of it because technically I shot him. He should be dead. He shouldn't be standing, right? Especially from a bolty that should kill in one shot anyways because you can't spam your bullets. You have to bolt the weapon. It's not a pew-pew weapon. It's a pew-bolt-pew, right? So, yeah, make it one shot. Shotguns need some nerfing. Massive range nerfing. I have legit been sniped. No joke. Hold on, let me find the shotgun because I had it up here. You know, This type of shotgun here, I don't know the exact build the dude was running, but he was running this shotgun, which is a semi-automatic shotgun, and literally was sniping me from, if you play Shoot House, right, guys? Second floor window, all the way to Junkyard, with a shotgun. No, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I get slugs, but I don't think the man was using slugs because uh, I seen the spread of the shotgun. Like when I picked up his gun and shot it, right? I seen there's like 4 bullet holes instead of 1 where I was shooting at or something like that. So he wasn't using slugs, but the dude could still snipe me with a shotgun. When technically, even in the military, you don't see snipers pull out a shotgun and shoot 1,000-meter shots to shoot someone. They pull out a sniper or a DMR. You know the main use of a shotgun in the military is CQB, clearing a house, which is close quarters combat, leaving buckshot in the gun for the pellet spread. The main use of a slug is not even in the military. A slug round is mainly used in civilians, right? Someone gets a slug round to shoot it at home. The military uses shotguns for CQB, ARs to close and moderate range gunfights. When I say long range, it's semi-long range, not like sniper rifle long range, but kind of long range. Then you have your CQB, like, machine guns, which are called submachine guns. And then you have your DMRs, which is made for a little bit longer and more accurate shots than an AR. And then you have your sniper rifles, which are meant for the actual long-range engagements. Yeah. So COD, please nerf your shotguns a little bit and make them more of one shot at close range and not at far. And on top of that, don't allow them to snipe with it. Okay, at least not sniper rifle ranges or AR DMR ranges. Make them go maybe like a pistol would, right? But not a DMR. Okay, that's kind of my little bit there on the take of this, which is adding some realism to the game, keeping it a shooter, but also not making the game unplayable for shotguns, because then you can still have shotguns in a corner in a house and still be effective. Just not sniping across the battlefield when it should be a sniper rifle instead of a shotgun. But I am, however, using it this way just because I am going to later go for gold and do all the different camo challenges here. But one thing I would love to see COD bring back is there's a lot of camos out there like this. Like, look, that's vibrant, right? That's not like a really dull red. It's kind of like a dull red but still bright, right? So why is cyan so dull, right? I remember when the blues used to be blue, right? Like, the red is vibrant, but then you kind of see how bright this red is how bright that should be. It's called cyan for a reason, or aqua, right? Not dark aqua. The green here, like, look how vibrant that looks there, but then look at the gun. Right? The gun looks like you used actually this form of green when it should be a bright green. I mean, the orange is vibrant. Why isn't the green vibrant? Why isn't aqua or cyan here vibrant? Oh, how about white? It looks brown mixed with a little white instead of white. Or maybe that's gray, but it's closer to the white aspect. So my gun should actually be white, or a very, very bright gray, not a brownish white. Okay? Even brown here, regular brown is kind of vibrant. Look at that. Like yes, it's dull, but it's kind of vibrant. Then you have this green, which is not vibrant at all. This green, which is kind of like mix in between, and then this one here is more like this green than it is that. Okay, but then I can go through and look at other camos. Like here's a rainbow camo. Look at that green at the handle or the buttstock, right? That is actually brighter than this green is, but they could have kept the brightness, right? Like, some of these camos are actually pretty vibrant. I wish they would bring the vibrant back into these, right? Because, I mean, clearly, this is vibrant. Clearly, like, see this this white, brown, and black camo looks exactly, hold on, like this one. Just remove the brown speckles and the black speckles and just leave that brownish white. Just soak that in for a minute, guys. Here's white again, right? This looks like white, blue, and black in the picture here, but now it looks whitish brown, black, little bit of blue. Oh, and not to mention the brown streaks that aren't even shown in the camouflage picture. Okay. A lot of mistakes. Oh, hold on. They released the Tier 1 game mode, which is hardcore, a month after release, right? Tier 1 is right here. But notice something missing? Because I can tell you there is stuff missing. Hold on. What is this map right here, guys? Okay, shoot house. It says multiplayer, right? It's in multiplayer. It's core. But where's the hardcore version of it? Like, you released a version for core. Why is there not one for hardcore? Oh, I get it. The lackey in development, as always, for Activision and Treyarch. Especially here from Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, Vanguard, and now this game. 4 games, guys. Go back to 2019. Yeah, they removed stuff out of it after release and people bought it. Think about that. Oh, oops, almost forgot one more thing. I really didn't forget. Go look at the game modes. Look how many, like, core game modes they are. And then go look at hardcore game modes. I can name a few hardcore players that do not play core. Unless they specifically have to, like in this game, being so fucking stupid. Like, shorter maps equals, well, smaller maps, I should say. Equals more kills, more XP, faster camo grind, and faster leveling, right? Weapon leveling, I should say. And guess what? There's not a hardcore shoot house. It's missing from hardcore. I bet you when they bring shipment into the game, they might move shoot house into hardcore, but then shipment's going to be core only. What small brain developer thinks that's a good idea? McClune, me, Grim, Dragon Panda, Hellrider, not to mention everyone else's friends, love hardcore. Hooter loves hardcore, right? That's literally 6 people I named literally off the top of my head in matter of seconds that play hardcore only, right? 6 out of the few hundred, or thousands I should say, 6. And guess what? No hardcore shoot house. Bet you when shipment comes again, there will not be a hardcore shipment till about a month after release, or maybe even longer, or maybe it might be a week, who knows, but it won't come immediately. If it's going to core, it should be placed into hardcore, because there are hardcore players that don't like playing core. less bullets to kill in hardcore than it is in core. So some people actually love the hardcore aspect, so they don't have to dump half a magazine in someone sometimes because of skill-based hit detection or skill-based killing. I mean, yeah, there's hit markers that do occur in hardcore because of those reasons, but it's not like I hit someone 4 times and get hit markers only, right? When literally a game before that, everyone was dying in 2 or 3. That shotgun I showed you, not the semi-automatic one, but the breakdown one, you put two bullets into and pull it back up, right? I went through one game aiming from, like, if you go to mid-4 windows, that little box before the windows, from that to the doorway, shooting people and killing them in one hit. One. Okay? To literally the game right after that, same exact positioning, same exact distance, 2 shots. Oh, gets better. The game after that, 3 shots. And then the game after that, it's back to 1. How does that occur, COD? How? Explain to me, in one game, if the gun is doing X amount of good, why does it double in the next one? As in, like, worse, not better. Like, instead of going from 1 shot, now it's 2. Or a sniper that would instantly kill anyone in the first game now gets hit markers in the second one. Shooting the same exact spot, chest. Okay? Where literally, usually, if you read the gun, it says chest shots should be a 1 shot to kill. You're shooting right for the chest on someone completely standing still at literally, like, a pistol's distance away and get a hit marker. On a bolty, nonetheless. Makes no sense. Okay? And I'm not joking about when I said I pulled out the DMR, the one I showed you. It's not the same exact setup. It was actually more of a longer range setup, like a longer barrel, a longer ranged scope. But I literally stood in shoot house. We have left exit that goes with the arch, and then you have the shipping containers setting there. Literally, I was standing, if you go out that little barricade towards the shipping containers, it has that little L where a shipping container and the barricades meet. I stood in that corner shooting someone literally the closest point towards me on the shipping containers, about to run around the left side to go under tunnel. Literally turned to face me and started and literally went to shoot, and I was already shooting, by the way. 6 rounds in this dude, point, like, literally, like, as close as can be for a DMR, right? Where, like, almost the barrel is only not even, like, maybe 5 feet away from the dude, maybe 6 or 8, right? Which means there's definitely no bullet drop. My crosshair where they meet, right, is dead on the dude, right in the chest, middle of the chest. Meaning I'm not aiming at the shoulders, I'm not aiming at the head, I'm not aiming at the, literally right in the middle of the chest, right? I could literally shoot someone and give them the bullets version of Pigeon's chest. 6 rounds, semi-automatic spam, all miss. How? It makes no sense. Apart from skill-based hit detection. Like, I'm a better player, so they make my detection worse, so other players have a chance. So that way they don't lose players. But you know what? That player could easily come across me, see that I'm better, right? And instead of getting mad and bitching at Activision, or Activision having to make stupid bullshit, the player could just get better. Who knows, maybe he starts feeling how I play, changes his play style a little bit, starts slapping me and gets better at the game, instead of the game having to reduce the amount of, like, my skill because of the fact of hit detection doesn't want to work, or it takes more bullets to kill someone, right, over time, than leaving it the same and just letting players get good. And then players whine about wanting more health, and Activision following that. Like, they follow the stupid route of stupidity instead of skillfully, right? Let the game be a little harder to players by actual realism and bullets, and actually be a game so players can get better, not follow the route of the whiners that want the game to be like as if they have God mode because they don't die within 3 bullets. They want to eat a magazine, right? And not die within 3. And I've already called this to the community before. I'm a small streamer, I get it, so not a lot of people view it, but I've already called it before where Activision is pulling in like Vision Pulse. It's basically wall hacks. What does cheaters use? Walls. They're actually supporting cheaters by bringing in what cheaters love. Not to mention Nadia, wall hack and aimbot user. They fly out to Modern Warfare 2 to play early. They're now allowing her to do, well, they did allow her to do a commercial, and now she's, people are making things of saying, oh, she's banned. No, she's not banned, okay, but needs to be. And then Activision needs to drop her completely. There's a lot of other, modders that you can see literally aimbot with because their aim goes snap, 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 not actually dragging to the target. That they fly out and support. There's streamers now that Activision completely supports that YouTubers have actually made full support proof that they use cheats, and Activision still supports those cheaters. Good job as a failing development team now and not an actual good one. And I'm probably going to get striked, or, they're going to try to ask for me to remove my video because I'm telling you guys the truth of everything, but I don't care. If they want to go that route, I'll just upload it again and again. If this YouTube channel gets taken down, I'll make new ones. If they want to sue me, fuck it. I don't care if I go to prison, right? When I come back out, I'm just going to make the video again. Let's be honest. Instead of hitting the players that want the game to be better with bullshit, make the game better, right? Like, they already right now silence social media people that point out the cheaters. They silence the people that point out the bullshit in the game. Instead of silencing them, take their wisdom. Make your game better. It makes no sense. But yeah, guys, let's push Activision to be better at development, not worse. Don't let them take the Fallout 76 route. No offense to Fallout, because it's not really its fault, it's their developers' fault. I should say the main lead person's fault of the studios. I'm not going to name names because you guys should already know who that is, and there's a lot of memes out there about him now anyways, about Fallout 76 and Fallout, and, the "it just works" meme. Yeah? Call of Duty's turning into that meme. Just to let you guys know that. But as always, smash that subscribe button, don't forget the bell icon. Till next time, stay awesome, and peace.